everybody. Good evening and welcome to Izmir, Turkey. This is the Basketball Champions League regular season Group B game day 8 action between Pinar Karsiyaka and Telekom Basketball. Well, anybody that's from these parts knows how much this Pinar Karsiyaka team means to these fans. They are some of the best fans in Europe. They create a raucous atmosphere, obviously all in fun. And with that in mind, we expect to have a very fun time tonight watching this pivotal game in Group B. Also in Group B, Ike taking on Reggio Emilia. That game will be in Athens, and we'll be tipping off a half hour after this one. If you look at the standings in Group B, like all of these fans no doubt have, Telekom Basketball up at the top at 3-1. Pinar Karsiyaka and Reggio Emilia follow in second and third place, albeit with 2-2 records. But Ike, the champions in year 2 of the Basketball Champions League, are still in the hunt, at least for a spot in the play-in. Of course, depending on how this game goes and how their game goes, maybe an outside chance of finishing first if you ended up with 4 teams with 3-3 records. But I think realistically, the best they would hope for would be a spot in the play-in for the round of 16. So the winner goes straight through to the round of 16. And of course, Telekom Basketball, the big story has been the play of TJ Schwartz, just utterly sensational this season. They've also got Tyson Ward, Jonas Falkenstein, Michael Kesson, Sebastian Herrera, Karsten Tada, Colin Malcolm, Jeremy Morgan, Leon Kratza, Dean Williams, Florian Koch, also in that team. And they have been too hot to handle, really, for a lot of temes all over, not just here, but in Germany, where they are flying high up at the top. And it's for that reason that when you, as we look at Angel Delgado there from Pinar Karsiyaka, the Telekom Basketball are so high in the power rankings on the Basketball Champions League website. I'll tell you more about that in a second. Pinar Karsiyaka with Jalen Brown, the high-scoring Eric McCollum, Berkan Dermash, Thomas Akyazili, Dusan Jantekin, Ergi Terpanchi, Mendogas Kuzminskas, Brian Angola, Angel Delgado, Vito Brown. Also, Merrick Jellick, Kanan Sapahi in that team. And, well, it's a team that on its day can really compete with anybody. Both of these teams are. And I think realistically teams that you would expect to go at least to the round of 16. But they have to make it. And perhaps Bonn and Pinar Karsiyaka can also aim even higher. We know that Pinar Karsiyaka have been to the final before, and their ambition is such that they want to get back. It's unfinished business for them. And for Bonn, they have been lighting it up without a doubt. TJ Schwartz just coming out, hearing the boos and the whistles, all in good fun here in Izmir. But again, it's a great turnout, and it's a game that, again, if they win, if they are able to get the big win tonight, Telekom Basketball, they could get to the round of 16 by the end of this week. But they would need Ike also to win their game, the other game. So it's not unrealistic to think that Ike would beat Reggio Emilia. So we'll see how it plays out. But Pinar Karsiyaka, they've got other ideas. They've been tough at home, and as they come out and are introduced here to their fans, you can hear the cacophony of noise, the people excited about what they're going to be bringing to the table. And also by the nature of how Pinar Karsiyaka have been playing in recent times, really, going back to last year. They win one week, they lose the next week, and that's what happened in their last time out, falling in their last game 74-70. Against Reggio Emilia, who have been terrific this season. So Pinar Karsiyaka now a chance to get one over on Telekom Basketball, the team that beat them in week 2, 83-71. And Ufuk Sarıca, the coach of Pinar Karsiyaka, has been riding a roller coaster of emotions, of results, and I think there's no doubt he's got the experience to guide this Pinar Karsiyaka team through the stormy seas. But at the end of the day, his team is going to have to execute. They're going to have to come out and make some big plays, make some big shots, play smart, play at their rhythm. And with Eric McCollum hitting those big shots, this Bond team has been anything but easy opponents to play this year. And when you look back at all of their results, they did lose in week 1 to Reggio Emilia, but since that point, they have been solid in the Basketball Champions League with that 12-point win over Pinar Karsiyaka, then winning at Ike 73-66, and then winning at home over Ike 80-72. They will finish up in their last game on December 21st at Reggio Emilia. So that will be a tasty one as well. All of them are tasty in the Basketball Champions League. So we saw one big upset last night in Turkey. Galatasaray falling at home to Filo Ostend. And, well, the fans in Istanbul were electric, and the fans will be electric tonight. And you can see by the refereeing crew, this is a huge game. Johan Rosso in the middle, the crew chief from France, Marius Shulin from Romania on the right, and Martin Harzov from Bulgaria on the left. 3 gentlemen that have refereed a lot of big games in the Basketball Champions League over the years, and also refereeing in international competition. So Telekom Basketball starting with Shorts, Carson Tata, Jeremy Morgan, Leon Kratza, and Finn Delaney, the New Zealand international. And Tomas Isolo, the coach of this exciting Bond team. I like to think he's one of the gentlemen in the league. Mindaugas Kuzminskas, Brian Angola, who joined him in midseason, Angel Delgado, Vito Brown, and Kanan Sipahi in the starting 5 for Pinar Karsiyaka. And there he is, the former Turkey national team coach, Ufuk Sarıca, and for a few seasons in the Basketball Champions League was also at the helm of Besiktas. Team that always had some really good runs in the regular season but never put it together in the playoffs.
If we have the corner turn, we take it. Now Kuzminskas will be on him.
From still, altogether rebound that tempo, trans 5 or trans 1. First one offside.
And you can see they've been alternating between wins and losses in their most recent 9 games in the BCL and the Basketball Champions League. And McCollum was their best scorer in each of the 4 games this season in the Basketball Champions League. Bond have won their last 3 games, as I mentioned. And TJ Shorts has 28 points, has combined for all of those numbers that just illustrate how impactful he has been in this competition. It's the first man to score 25-plus points in 4 straight Basketball Champions League games. So TJ Shorts, it's not just about his ball handling, his penetration. He really puts defenses under pressure because he can score. So they've got to guard him. And if the defenses collapse, he is always looking for the open man. Well, we talked about the power rankings for Bond being at number 3. And you go down to number 14, and that's where you find Pinar Karsiyaka. So they're coming off the high of a double overtime win over Anadolu Efes in Istanbul. So this is a Pinar Karsiyaka team very confident. Good evening, everybody from Izmir, Turkey. Welcome. It's the Basketball Champions League, and it's Pinar Karsiyaka taking on Bonn. Telekom Basketball winning the opening tip. Wearing the pink and attacking the basket to the right. Karsiyaka drives in and settles the nerves. One of the more experienced players in Germany, Karsiyaka. Here's Angola. Well, Angola starting like a house on fire. The long three-pointer. Shorts has it knocked out of his hands. Now Kanan Sipahi, open floor, and hands it off. And look at them run the floor. Pinar Karsiyaka, Vita Brown. And now another turnover, and Angola. Well, right idea, the bounce pass to Kanan Sipahi. I won't say that was the easiest pass to handle. Because I think what happened was TJ Shorts kind of reached in and affected the concentration there of Sipahi. Three-point attempt. Oh, boy, that is money in the bank. Morgan is so good putting the ball on the deck and going to the basket, but also hitting those three-point shots. Angola needs to get rid of it. He does. He gets it to Sipahi, who penetrates and hands it off to Delgado. The Dominican Republic International puts it up and in quickly to the other end. Morgan. And Kuzminskis, the Lithuanian. Has it been the best overall season for Kuzminskis? It seemed like he struggled to really gel with his team at times. And Brown shows that soft touch, which has made him an invaluable member of this team. And Kanan Sipahi takes the punishment from TJ Shorts, who goes to check on him. I think he caught him in the face. Oh, just kind of swiped down with his right arm. And for his trouble, Sipahi got the foul. So not only does he take the punishment, but they call the foul on him. Shorts. They're driving in and losing possession was Finn Delaney. Now they get it back. Williams, and over it is to Herrera. Sebastian Herrera drills the three, and back to a one-point game. Delgado trying to go to work on Delaney, pushed out, and now the collapsing defense from Dean Williams, and the reach and the foul has been called. Well, pretty good attempt to come up with the steal. If you know the double team's coming, you got to be ready to get rid of it. Finn Delaney guarding Delgado. Delaney, the type of player, you love it when he's on your team. You absolutely hate him if you're playing against him. He will do anything to get you out of your game. Here's Kuzminskis. Has it taken away by Shorts. Kuzminskis was Shorts circuited that time. Now the shot from the left corner. And missed opportunity for Bonn, but then Shorts comes up, and another player has gone down, this time Angel Delgado. Writhing in pain, and looks like he is hurting. He's kind of pounding the floor with his left hand. He's been hit in the eye. And it was Delaney that reached in and knocked it away. Look at this. And it looks like he definitely, when he hit the ball, there was a little bit of contact. And definitely they called the foul on Finn Delaney. And the bank is open, the glass, and that's how you answer at the other end. Now the miss. I want to see who should have possession, but they're not going to review that on the video unless they want to have a coach's challenge. So they are indeed going to go and look. So actually it's just going to be an official review. Well, definitely Angola hit the ball. And it looked like it also might have gone off of Bond. So Pinar Karsiyaka win the appeal, and it goes the other way. Kuzminskis, a little runner. Delgado battles away, tries to tap it in. Kuzminskis didn't look like he knew if he was going to pass it or if he wanted to shoot it when he got in the lane, and it wasn't the best of runners. Delaney outside to Herrera, the same spot, same result for him. Sebastian Herrera. Delgado gets deep. He's not going to miss that. TJ Shorts explodes, banks it in. Boy, he has got some hops, doesn't he? Some quickness, some hops, and just knows how to finish. So Finn Delaney is going to take his first break tonight. Gets whistled for the foul on Delgado. And this was Shorts. It doesn't matter who he goes up against. He believes he's going to score. I mean, he is going up against a very big man there, Delgado, and doesn't hesitate. Kuzminskis gets in. Oh boy, tried to dunk it that time. He was decisive, and look what happens. Good things happen when you get in there. If you don't score, you might draw the foul, get to the line, and that's exactly what happens as Kratzer goes up and challenges him. So they called the foul on Leon Kratzer. Colin Malcolm was also in to provide some a wall of defense, but the foul was on Kratzer. Angola takes a seat as well. Akiatzili has checked into the game for Angola. So the first free throw good for the Lithuanian, Kuzminskis. Makes one of two. And Morgan crosses midcourt. Interesting matchup. Kuzminskis and Morgan, two players, good length. And boy, that was a tough shot by Kratzer. Delgado whistled for the foul. Shot doesn't go close to going in. Yeah, he definitely got him on the right arm as he went up. So Kratzer way too hard with his first attempt. Pinar Karsiyaka, I guess he wears number 11. Also in the game, McCullum. Over to Kuzminskis. That's a long three, and the long rebound corralled by Vito Brown. Now McCullum leans into it, and the foul has been called on Dean Williams. Well, it's a great pump fake by McCullum, and everybody and their brother knows he's a great three-point shooter, so you got to come out and guard him. And knowing the defense was going to be flying at him, he just made sure he had the contact and drew the foul. So very intelligent play by McCullum. Isolo does not look happy. It just looks like he's saying, just get your hands up. Don't let your momentum carry yourself into him. Love seeing those young kids out there wearing the Pinar Karsiyaka shirts, cheering on their team. It is an electric crowd tonight. I mean, it is huge. McCullum. Unusual miss from the free throw line. And he makes 2 out of the 3, averaging 24.8 points per game. 6.8 assists. Eric McCullum, 34 years of age, like fine wine, just gets better with age. Kratzer, yeah, nice play. Catches it right at the line, a dribble, and he's right at the rim. Now McCullum missing on the baseline. Oh, Herrera raising his right arm, maybe getting a little lucky there. Jalop whistled for the foul. Watch. No, it just kind of clears him out. I thought it was a little bit more direct hit. So Jalop picks up his first foul. Tyson Ward in the game, number 3. Here he is, gives it back to Herrera. Herrera drives in and misses the shot, but draws the foul. Did not go to his left hand. So Jalop with the screen there, or the pick, runs into Kratzer, reaches over, and fouls the driver. No, they're going to call the moving screen, excuse me, on Kratzer. So actually, in fact, it was a good play. So Kratzer goes out. Still a clever play. McCollum spins, turn around. And another miss for Eric McCollum. Herrera sealing the baseline. Akiasili goes out. Michael Kessens comes into the game for Telekom Basketball. He's number 6. And Karsten Tata back. Here's Morgan. Over to Tata. Malcolm rebounds the miss. Picks up the dribble. Gets it back to Tata. Crowd making an impact in this game. You can hear them. Here is TJ Shorts and doesn't drop, but look at that. Good rebound by Malcolm. Passes it back outside. Morgan. And a little too hard. Another rebound. Now Tata wide open. I like it. No hesitation, and he hits it. That's what you call taking a three-pointer with confidence right there. Beautiful release, beautiful finish, and more importantly, he just stepped up. You could see he wasn't thinking about it. He was just taking the shot. Timeout called by Sarıca and Karsiyaka.
Just one move. Also you, Kuz. You must use your body. 3 times, 4 times, how can possible? Talk about this, okay? If you stay over there, push your man out of the court, box out, face to face. You need this if you want to win. Guys, in offensive side, share the ball, don't be rushed. Every time, they will make threat. Penetration, everybody comes from the paint.
Well, here's a look back at the brilliance of TJ Shorts, and then the nice catch and drive from Leon Kratza and Karsten Tata. So what I tell you is they're not one-dimensional, this team. You know, everybody's willing to step up and take those shots. Okay, not everybody's going to make them, but they're willing to step up and take it. Seem to be well organized at this end of the floor. So final 140 of the opening quarter is tight as we expected. Three-point attempt. Kanan Sipahi, good-looking release from the Turkey point guard. Shorts, quick pass goes off the hands of his teammate, Kessens, but now they get it right back, and Tata. Morgan. And a three-point shot, this time off target from Malcolm. McCollum, and that's a good looking shot. The follow through, and once he sees it goes in, look out. He can get on a roll. Eric McCollum. Morgan can't post up, and now it's another one from Tata, and he was short. This noise has been constant throughout here in Izmir tonight. Pinar Karsiyaka looking to get back to winning ways. Vito Brown turns, and one little spin too many. Called for the double dribble. I'm not sure he knew what he was doing there. Jeremy Morgan helping out with the call, number 20. Jaylen Brown comes into the game. So Vito Brown takes a seat. First minutes for Jaylen Brown. Here's Morgan. And that's going to be it at the end of the first quarter. It's Pinar Karsiyaka, but only with a slender advantage. 10 minutes in the books. Pinar Karsiyaka lead it 21-19 over Telekom Basketball. Four threes for Bonn. They're not shy about putting them up. 7 more attempts from three-point range for them. Twice as many makes inside the arc for Pinar Karsiyaka. So Carson Tada came out and confidently put in that first shot, and that's kind of how he played in this game. He also hit a three-pointer. He's got 5 points. And Pinar Karsiyaka, though, have had some answers. And right now it is Angel Delgado with the 6 points to lead Pinar Karsiyaka. 6 points as well for Herrera, who's hit both of his three-pointers. That's one of them. There's Delgado with 2 of his 6 points, and that's the other 3 from Herrera. I mean, it's exactly the same spot. Delgado. And then TJ Shorts. And you always want to be on the points watch for TJ Shorts. So far, only 2 points, 1 of 3. Remember, he's had 4 consecutive games of scoring 25-plus points. And maybe this will be the game where he doesn't reach that 25-point plateau. Second quarter underway here in Izmir, and it's Pinar Karsiyaka with possession, attacking the basket to the right. Remember, they come into this game having lost the first encounter in Bonn. They've got a 2-2 record. Bonn 3-1. And Delgado might have gotten away with a little bit of an elbow there. He ends up getting the basketball back. No, TJ Shorts is the strongest man on the court. He comes up with the basketball. Look at this. Delgado has it, and then TJ Shorts says, no, this is my ball. So first foul on Delgado. So if Ike win against Reggio Emilia tonight, that game is starting a little bit slow or delayed. If they end up winning their game and Bonn win tonight, Bonn will punch their ticket to the round of 16. So that is what is at stake tonight for this Telekom Basketball team. Kessens gets it down low. Oh, nice handoff. And Finn Delaney with the easy one. Kessens give him the assist. Telekom Basketball tying it at 21. Kanan Sapahi won't drop. And an offensive foul on the rebound. Good job, in rebounding position there by Berkan Dermash. So they call that foul on Finn Delaney, and he is going to have to sit down with his 3rd of the game. So a little bit of an important victory there for this Pinar Karsiyaka team to get Delaney out of the game this early. Now in the corner, McCollum. Carl Malcolm decided to hold up and to give it to TJ Shorts. They run the offense. Kessens tries to set the pick. Three-point shot. Jeremy Morgan with the rebound. New 14. The rebound, and now they got to try to inbound the basketball. They do. They get it to Shorts. Here's Shorts for three. Tried to bank it. Oh, nice follow. Malcolm's been very active tonight. So 4 points now for, 2 points now for Malcolm. He's got 4 rebounds. And Pinar Karsiyaka turned it over. Angola call for traveling. They're going to not very enthusiastic about the call here. Let's see. Here he is. And they called him for, yeah, I can see why he got a little bit upset there. Looked like he was just standing there, and unless he kind of flicked his right elbow out. So they called a technical foul. Because of his complaining. So just an awful sequence for Angel Delgado. And Sarija, I think quite rightly saying, Angel, you need to get a grip of your emotions and just go sit down. Okay, watch him. It's sure, you know, I'm not going to question the referee, but I will say from my viewpoint, I didn't see what the foul was. And I think Delgado was really angered by it, hence the reaction. Anyway, those things even out over the course of the game. And, oh boy, what a play by Shorts. Pump fake, and Vito Brown bit on it. And there's just no need because he's so much taller. All he has to do is stand there with his arms extended. Watch. Once you take the pump fake, you are in danger of committing the foul, and that's exactly what happened. So a very slow start from a scoring standpoint for TJ Shorts, but now he's got 4 points. And Bond have a 5-point lead, more importantly for them. And Delgado also out of the game. And now Sarija is pretty furious, having lost his low post player, Delgado. Angola drives in with the left hand, gets it to go. And have they called the foul as well? So no, they did not call a foul in that play. So Delgado has 3 fouls, so that's why the technical was so crucial, and he had to go out of the game. Carson Tata again, this time short. Long rebound. McCollum. They can tie it with a 3. McCollum trapped and tried to throw it off of Bond to get it at go out of bounds, but instead TJ Shorts gets it. What a catch and finish. Goodness me. Great hustle. Terrific catch on the break by Dean Williams, and he had the wherewithal to quickly put it up off the glass. That's about as tough as it gets. I mean, the control that he had for that basket. Definitely one of the plays of the game, just turned in by TJ Shorts and Dean Williams. Jaylen Brown drives in, hands it off, going up strong, and drawing the foul. Great play. Kessens fouls Brown. Unless they've called a block. No, they've called a block. Watch this again. Drives in. No, they've called the charge. Excuse me. Completely wrong. That was the catch and the shot. What a sensational play by Dean Williams. So indeed, Jaylen Brown whistled for the charge. And now the foul called on Kuzminskas. And you can see that Sadijad's patience is being tested. Not thinking he's getting any joy from some of the calls tonight. Very close to throwing his elbow. And instead, they've called a technical now on Sadijad. And it's really not going well for Sadijad and Karsiyaka at this point. Of course, they had to play a couple of games behind closed doors because of something that happened last season. Biggest lead of the game for Bond. Only makes 1 of 2. Well, the noise doesn't seem to be bothering Bond. If anything, they seem to be thriving with this extra 6th man contribution. McCollum hasn't gotten it going tonight. He's on the bench now for Pinar Karsiyaka. Here's Kuzminskas. Drives in. Tough finish from Mendogas. Kuzminskas. Carson tied over to TJ Shorts. I think Sadijad wanted a foul on the layup. Here's Shorts. Oh, what a play by Shorts. How in the world does he finish? That is just incredible, and that's going to really infuriate Sadijad that he gets a chance for a 3-point play. Look at this again. TJ Shorts constantly. Look at this. Is there a foul here? Nope. I didn't see one. Well, we talk about TJ Shorts. He definitely gets his points, doesn't he? So TJ Shorts now with 7 to lead the team in scoring. And this time they call a foul on Shorts. Some mock applause from the crowd. Three-pointer from Brown, way too long. Good rebound. Dermash gets it over to Kuzminskas. And another foul. This one on Colin Malcolm. Kuzminskas. Kanan Sipahi loses footing. They've got numbers. And the charge this time called on Bond, and that was a wasted opportunity. Great job, Angola, getting back, establishing his position. So Dean Williams guilty of the charge. Jeremy Morgan comes back in for Williams. And coming up on the halfway point of this second quarter for Pinar Karsiyaka, who've really found it difficult at this end. Pump fake. And again, they're looking for the foul. They're not going to get it. I know they have called it. So for the second time tonight, Pinar Karsiyaka going to the free throw line to take 3 free throws. Pinar Karsiyaka came in shooting 69%. So missed opportunities at the stripe, just 1 of 3. And Morgan being challenged by Kanan Sipahi. An offensive foul called on Jeremy Morgan. So Kanan Sipahi's defense, which is what he's known for, gets under the skin of Morgan, and Morgan reacts. Watch this. Look at this angle. Yeah, that's just a loss of emotional discipline, and now Morgan has to go out of the game. I was talking about Finn Delaney not being a player that anybody likes to go up against. And this is definitely a Bond team that knows how to irritate you, but you can say the same thing about Kanan Sipahi. Timeout, Bond.
This is their only chance that they have, is to try to provoke, okay? Only chance they have, because they can't compete with us, all right? Let's go. Hey, we have a great unit for horns up right here. Got a great unit. Let's get Seba open out of that buck. Check it out. If we can get a smaller defender right here that we had in the matchup, check it out, okay?
Well, if you take another look at this incredible play by Dean Williams and TJ Shorts, that was quite a bold comment from the coach of Bond, saying this is the only way they can beat us is to try to provoke us. That's pretty strong. If that circulates and gets to the Pinar Karsiyaka locker room at halftime, you know they're going to be using that one as bulletin board material for that second half. But it definitely looked like Morgan was in the wrong there. So incredible atmosphere in Izmir as Pinar Karsiyaka trying to close the gap, trailing by 7 points right now in this vital game. Vito Brown. Looked like Kuzminskas kind of pushed over now quickly, and up to Kratzer. Hustles down the floor, travels. Tyson Ward feeds the big man, the low post. And good quick reaction from Pinar Karsiyaka. So Durmash goes out, and Eric McCollum, a player they desperately need to get on track. Remember, scoring almost 25 points per game this season. McCollum so far with just 4 points, 1 of 4 from the floor. Angola drives in, takes what looks like an impossible shot, but somehow he makes it. I think TJ Shorts would be impressed by that. Tyson Ward initiates the kind. Yeah, they call the charge. So Kanan Sipahi with his defense starting to change the complexion of the game. This is Tyson Ward. He saw Sipahi coming over, tried to control his movement, but Sipahi able to draw the charge. Both teams over the limit here in the second quarter. Oh boy, quick pass intended for Sipahi. Goes off of Herrera and out of bounds. 8 seconds on the shot clock. No look. And good read by Sebastian Herrera. Oh, they fall asleep on the inbounds play, and Pinar Karsiyaka punish them with the Kuzminskis layup. So TJ Shorts, this is when he needs to really stand up. And Sipahi really doing an outstanding job here in this quarter. That was Sipahi delivering the pass to the cutting Kuzminskis on the inbounds play. And something that should never happen when a defense, when you're defending that inbounds play. Wow. And now an offensive foul. And for the second time in this quarter, Jeremy Morgan whistled for an offensive foul, this time with Angola, or on Angola. Now Sipahi travels. Johan Rosso says he moved his pivot foot. Yeah, he kind of shuffled his feet. Now watch Morgan in the right corner. And just trying to break away from Angola, and the referee said he kind of hooked him and flung him. Oh, nice spin move. Oh, what a finish from Malcolm. Oh, terrific play from Colin Malcolm. Kanan Sipahi. Fido Brown boxed out by Kratzer. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Momentum swinging back to Bonn. Morgan, he likes the size, knows he's going to skip past to the corner to Herrera. Now Malcolm drives in. Oh, goodness gracious. And the seas parted, and Malcolm just goes right through and dunks it home. Malcolm and Bonn taking out their anger on the rim. Look at the emotion from the visitors. There's no better feeling than dunking it like that in the half court, let me tell you. Not that I'm speaking from experience. Timeout.
Except flash. Make him hard run. Okay, don't stay over there. Hard run. Or if you play down, okay, pin and short run. Otherwise, give the space. Okay. If you play flash, you can pop. Secondly, in defensive side, guys, when you make out of the close-out defense, stay on the floor. And then one defense. It will take to paying with attack.
Help. Yeah. Somebody helping get it. Please help other guys.
I'm popping, that's what I mean. That's why I'm
All right. Listen up.
Well, that was just a highlight reel play from Angola. Look at this finish. Just terrific right at the end. Both teams making some really circus shots tonight. Malcolm has been utterly sensational for Telekom Basketball tonight. Only came in averaging 3.8 points per game. And Colin Malcolm has 7. Vito Brown and TJ Shorts rebounds the miss. And just when it seemed like Karsiyaka were about to pull level or take the lead, Bond have gone back up by 7, and they have got the ball. And now a hold. Akizli, and that means free throws since they are over the limit. So Herrera is at the stripe and makes the first. And Thomas Herrera was, Sebastian Herrera, first point since he nailed the second of his 2 threes from the wing. And this will take it up to a 9-point lead. He really is textbook when it comes to releasing that shot, putting it in. And the lead goes back to 9. So they've equaled their biggest lead of the game. Angola drives in. They battle for the basketball. And Vito Brown goes up, and I don't know if somebody blocked it or if he just didn't get a good shot off. Brown, very unusual. Malcolm over to Morgan. You can see that the loss of Delgado has really disrupted the offense of Pinar Karsiyaka. Here goes McCollum into the corner. Akizli for 3. His first points of the game. Akizli. So Akizli, huge shot for him. Shorts into the corner, and Herrera, boy, he is lethal, isn't he, from 3-point range. That is just an awful mistake. Having seen him already knock down his previous 2 3 attempts, he was left wide open. McCollum from behind the charity stripe. Gosh, it's been an awful shooting night for him. TJ Shorts going to take a few more seconds, and now he's going to go. Here he is, the runner. Wow. They've got just enough time to get off a shot. Kuzminskis puts it up from deep, and that was long. So a frustrating end to the first half for Pinar Karsiyaka. Telekom Basketball lead at their biggest lead of the game, 43-33. Karsiyaka just 3 of 11 from deep, 4-14 for Bond, but where they've really done well, Bond, is they've gotten to the free throw line and made 9 of 11. Karsiyaka missing their free throws, being out rebounded. 2 more assists for Bond and 1 more steal. Bond has scored 12 points off of the 10 turnovers of Karsiyaka. Angola and Delgado, Kuzminskis leading the way for Karsiyaka. Of course, Delgado with the 3 fouls. Angola with an, Sebastian Herrera with a game-high 10 points. Also, TJ Shorts now has 9, so he might just get up to the 25-point mark tonight. It's halftime. It's 43-33. Telekom Basketball on top of Pinar Karsiyaka. Well, it hasn't just been one or two great plays. There have been a lot of great plays in this first half. Both teams turning them in. Sebastian Herrera has been sensational from three-point range, nailing 3 threes. Delgado had it going early on. It's going down low for Pinar Karsiyaka. And TJ Short's a slow start by his standards, but he still made that shot over Delgado. And Bond just really went about their work and looked very good, very efficient, very confident. Passing the basketball around, finding the open man, making the defense work. That's really been the only make. No, excuse me. From the floor from Eric McCollum. Just 1 of 5 from the floor tonight. So Colin Malcolm, I think, has been an X factor tonight for Bond. He's been terrific. Look at this. With the putback. And one more time. We'd like to give you all the angles. Angola with one of his very difficult finishes. And that's a good no call. That's not a foul. Look at this. That for me was the best shot of the game. I mean, how in the world he catches it and has the wherewithal to get it up quickly off the glass. That was terrific stuff. Kuzminskas, 5 points, 2 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the line. And then this was another great finish from, you guessed it, TJ Shorts. And another great finish from Brian Angola. Just Malcolm has just really taken it upon himself tonight to be very aggressive. Kane Sapati had it, or that was, excuse me, that was open from the corner. Akyazili, big three-pointer. And that was Herrera's 3rd 3. And that was the 3rd runner made by TJ Shorts. Well, tip your hat to this guy. He has been lights out from three-point range tonight. Sebastian Herrera, 10 points. I thought he had 3 threes, but they may have only given him 2 on one of those attempts, maybe from the left corner. Yeah, I think the right foot might have been on the line there. Let's see if you can see behind the graphic. So he's leading the way for them. And it's Brian Angola, who we've been talking about, hit the 3, and he's also scored with his drives 8 points. He's also 1 of 3 from the free throw line. So at halftime, it's 43-33. Telekom Basketball on top of Pinar Karsiyaka. We'll be right back.
This is good play, but a great block from Withy. What a night he is having.
Afterwell maintaining a decent advantage over the Danes. Alley-up! Oh, reverse alley-up too! Zach Hankins has every trick in the book.
Oh, baby! Are you serious? for the dunk.
Randolph, here we go, it's in! Maris, has he stolen it?
Know how to work their way out of a difficult situation. Ragland and Green combining, but no joy on this occasion. Easy points for Galatasaray. They lead by 8.
Don't look strong offensively right now. Anim steps back. Reavers for 3. Wow, how good has he been from three-point range?
Dark, good pass, but it's missed, and the rebound is easily taken and well taken.
Another alley. Oh my goodness gracious! Marcus Foster, are you serious?
Will it be finished? No, it won't, because that's a fantastic piece of defense. And now he's on the offense. Morgan set it up, and it was dropped in.
Pinar Karsiyaka trailing by 10 points at halftime, 43-33 here in the Basketball Champions League against Telekom Basketball, who really, you have to say, one of the stories of European basketball so far in the early part of the season. Not only do they lead the league in Germany, the domestic league, but they could end up being in the round of 16 by the end of the night. They need some help. They need to win this game and hope that Ike can win against Reggio Emilia. But you could see that on the evidence of that first half, they are a very difficult team to play against. They play with physicality. They pass the ball. They work hard. They push the ball. They have an electric point guard. and TJ Shorts. Everybody, it feels like the coach says, you're open, you take the shot, I'm backing you, I don't care, we're going to go for the rebound. If you don't miss it, we're going to push it up the floor, we're going to go down and make a play on defense. If we play at our best, there's nobody that's going to beat us. That's kind of the feeling that you get from this team. And I tell you, German teams in the Basketball Champions League, we've yet to see a team win it, but we've seen MHP, Riesen, Lewisburg come close. They've made it to a couple of Final Fours. And now this Telekom Basketball Bonn team really looks like it's a team that could go on a deep run. Some great performances in the Basketball Champions League, some great teams. Of course, Lenovo Tenerife, the two-time champions, the defending champions, also leading the Spanish top flight. A lot of people would suggest that would be the toughest league. This Pinar Karsiyaka team obviously coming off a big win over Anadolu Efes. You've got Murcia up at the top of one group with SIG Strasbourg in Group A. This is a great group. All four teams with designs on making it. One really good team is going to miss out, I think. Ike right now at the bottom at 1-3 in Group B behind Reggio Emilia, the team they're playing tonight, who are at 2-2. And you've got Galatasaray, who were just completely, you know, they held their hands up and said, listen, we've got nobody to blame but ourselves tonight. I mean, full credit to Philo Osten for coming out and playing hard. But the coach, Pistoiola, said, hey, listen, when I took this job, I said, one thing I will guarantee you is that we will play hard every game. And he said they did not, but you should take nothing away from Ostend in that group. And also Bilbao, good Spanish team leading Group D. You've got MHP Riesen, as I mentioned, they're at the top of Group E, along with JLM. That's Hapoel Jerusalem. You know, talking about some of the other teams as well, Benfica, what a story they are. Coming through the qualifying, leading Group F at 4-1, winning at Baxi Manresa last night, a team that made it to the final. Limoges in France coming on strong in Group F. Excuse me, they were the team that won at Baxi Manresa last night. Unicaja 4-0 in Group G. And Tenerife, Ritas Vilnius, and Peristeri pretty formidable in Group H. So Angel Delgado with the 3 fouls is going to come back into the game. It's now or never. And so they continue to pass it around, get good shots, and that is not a good recipe for Pinar Karsiyaka. But McCollum and Pinar Karsiyaka, perhaps a reprieve as Kratza misses the first, and for the second time tonight makes the second. So they now have their biggest lead of the game as McCollum, Dermash, Kuzminskas, Angola, and Delgado on the court for Pinar Karsiyaka. McCollum. And thinking Dermash is going to be in that left corner. And it's not happening right now for Pinar Karsiyaka. Shorts, Tada, Morgan, Kratzer, Delaney on the court for Bonn. Both these teams do a lot of subbing. Delaney for three, and the tall black a little bit too long. Where everything's contested at this end for Pinar Karsiyaka. Kuzminskis drives in. What a move. Well, Mindaugas Kuzminskis, he's got the skills, he's got the name, and he needs to, somebody's got to step up. And you have to say there's no better candidate than Kuzminskis, the Lithuanian international, the guy that played in the NBA for a spell, plays some very good basketball, and misses the free throw though, well short. Just not in sync. Nevertheless, a 9-point difference. Got a hand in the face of Herrera, and now the miss. Delgado goes up and gets the rebound. Here's Kuzminskis again. Shorts helping out. So the double team comes, and he is fouled. I think Kuzminskis was feeling the contact a lot. He's going to go over and check on the defender, on Tada, to make sure he's all right. Good sportsmanship from Kuzminskis. But he is being hounded. This Pinar Karsiyaka crowd just looking for a reason to go nuts. Delgado goes in. Oh, boy, they stay with it. Dermash, great effort, but then Kratzer goes up for the swat, but the foul has been called. That's what you call an effort sequence for Pinar Karsiyaka on the offensive glass. The offensive rebound is the statistic of intensity, of dedication, of desire, and he makes the first to get it back to an 8-point deficit. And Dermash takes his time and makes the second as well. Shorts gets it across midcourt. Morgan for three. So the quick three, not there, and the foul called on Karsiyaka. And Harzov just pointed the wrong way. And he corrects his mistake. Pinar Karsiyaka like, are we ever going to get a call tonight? Look at this. I mean, they were both tangled up there, to be honest. So Kratzer picks up foul number 4, and that is a weapon that they will no longer have, at least not until he comes back into the game, probably in the fourth quarter. McCollum has to be strong where the basketball goes up, misses. Goes down trying to get the foul. Finn Delaney now, and he has it taken away. Dermash and McCollum, who didn't hustle down the floor, but a foul called on Finn Delaney. That is number 4, unsportsmanlike foul. That'll be 2 free throws and possession. Watch Delaney. He loses it. And I think Pinar Karsiyaka might be a tad fortunate that the unsportsmanlike was called there. It looked like he was trying to get up. But anyway, he gets the wrath from the coach. And Dermash, who just hit 2 free throws, goes to the line and makes another one. And look at these. Boy, there's a party going on in Izmir. They are feeling it. They're rolling back the years. Oh, he gets the second to go as well. And now it's a 5-point deficit. And all the momentum suddenly with Bonn. McCollum passes. Here's Angola for three. And TJ Shorts off and running, and the foul. It really seems like Pinar Karsiyaka, obviously anybody wants to be taking the three and make them, but if you're not making them, put the ball on the floor and go to the basket. Malcolm for three. Oh boy, and that adds insult. That's a 6-point swing. Boy, Malcolm really has been so good tonight. He's up for the X Factor award. So that takes the lead back to 8. Now Delgado. Almost travels and gets it to drop. I'm sure the referees were very close to blowing the whistle there. Now Shorts steps back over to Morgan. And he's fouled attempting the three by Kuzminskas. Watch Kuzminskas. And you know Morgan is only too happy to draw the contact. Sorry, John. Three times tonight we've seen shooters fouled while attempting three-pointers. First couple of times it was Pinar Karsiyaka. And now Bond have gone to the line. And Morgan does not make all three. And Durmash, I love what Durmash is doing. He's doing the dirty work, isn't he? It's not flashy, but he is effective. He's getting the job done on the boards. Now Delgado has to get rid of it. Kessens, and his pass intended for Kuzminskas is intercepted by TJ Shorts, and then he's bumped, and unsportsmanlike foul called on Berkan Durmash. 2 free throws and possession. Well, they could review it if they wanted, but it looked to me like he completely clattered into him. Oh gosh. He's got to control his body better. So tough sequence for Pinar Karsiyaka. So 2 free throws and possession for Bond. So back to a 9-point lead for Bond. Just the way they play, they look confident, even when the other team starts to make a comeback. Here's TJ Shorts with a runner from the line, and Angola rebounds it. Columbia International Angola calls the play. Shot clock down to 2. Angola to Delgado, gets blocked right at the end. And great swat. It was either Kessens or Williams that got that block. And it was Kessens. No, it was Williams. Williams has made some nice plays tonight. TJ Shorts gets all the headlines, but there's a lot of good players in this Bond team. Now the trap and traveling. Good defense. Call him Malcolm. Call for the travel. Well, that's the hallmark of the Sarıca teams, from what I've seen. Certainly when he coached Turkey, it was all about defense. Out the drive, Angola. Oh boy, excuse me, Delgado. What a finish from Delgado. Showing a nice fluid move, hanging in the air. Smooth. Herrera for three. Wow. Talk about a dead-eyed shooter. And the lead goes back to 10. Kuzminskas gets in, or gets rejected by Kessens, his second block in the last 3 minutes. And the pass back inside to Malcolm, and he's fouled going up. And this pass sequence really just says it all about this Bonn team. They give up nothing. Look at this. Kessens comes over, not in this house. TJ Short's almost going out of bounds. And then Malcolm, and they just continue to attack. And they are just taking it to this Pinar Karsiyaka team. There's no other way to say it. Bonn not stopping, not feeling nervous, embracing the challenge, really up for this game. So 12 points to difference. Almost wondering when we might see Sipahi again, and Herrera with the kick. So Sebastian Herrera really standing out tonight. He's got 13 points. Hasn't missed a shot from the floor all night. Kuzminskas travels. Well, I'm not sure they anticipated Herrera being such a big factor tonight. He had 6 points in the first meeting. His season high was 10 points against Reggio Emilia. And here's the lob, and Kuzminskas read it. Kuzminskas with a double team, and he is fouled yet again. And you got to like the physicality. You got to like the physicality of Bonn. They're just giving nothing away, nothing cheaply. First one is good. I'm not sure what I would do, to be honest, unless if I were Pinar Karsiyaka at this stage with Shorts out of the game. I would seriously think about putting on a full court press, putting on something that's going to get them out of their comfort zone. Here's Herrera. Oh, well, you can't. You just got to guard it. Oh, how did he miss it? And I think Delgado has injured his side, stepping over and taking one for the team. And they call the foul on Kessens. Well, Delgado's been working hard tonight. He's going to sit down just for a second. Delgado taking some punishment. McCollum for three. Foul! No, they're not going to count it. So the foul called on Vito Brown. Setting the pick. Oh boy, that is brutal. For the first time, McCollum saw the basketball go through the hoop from three-point range. This game now is all about intensity for Pinar Karsiyaka. Look at this. They come up with a steal almost, and they turn it over. Jaylen Brown not able to save it. You feel like it's the only way they're going to get back in the game is if they really ratchet up the defense and force some turnovers, because they're playing like a well-oiled machine right now. But with TJ Shorts not in there, it seems like they would be vulnerable. But they get it to Morgan, and he hits a three. And they've got their biggest lead of the game. Wow. Force a turnover there, and here comes Herrera, the team that's putting the pressure on with the D. It's the team in pink, and here they go again, and another three-pointer. Are you kidding me? Colin Malcolm. And we are looking at a team that really means business. Telekom Basketball just firmly focused. The intensity, the confidence, everything is there in this incredible atmosphere. They are not scared of the moment. They are embracing it. And Karsiyaka have to call timeout.
Hi. Everybody focus. When we make score, 3 defense, but don't make extra double team, extra drive. I try to play like this, repass like this. You can make trap over there. Behind the midcourt or otherwise, okay? So, offensive pass, hey. We need to swing the ball. If they put the ball inside, all the time they will come trap. But as soon as possible, fake, who get the ball, you can make one more extra pass. Don't use pass fake, whatever. One time swing it. Now play, play 3 flash.
Well, it doesn't matter who it's been tonight shooting that three. It seems like everybody's making them for Bonn, but it's the ball movement. And more importantly, for me, it's how hard they're playing at the other end of the court. They are swarming defensively. They are all over Pinar Karsiyaka. 15 for Colin Malcolm, who has a game high. 13 for Sebastian Herrera, and those two players are combined 5 of 7 from three-point range. And meanwhile, McCollum, the player they need to hit some threes, hasn't made a three. And this was the offensive rebound and putback, and he is fouled. What an outstanding play. So, see if this gets McCollum going. Fouled by Kessens. Well, the good news for Pinar Karsiyaka is there's a lot of time. The bad news is they're missing free throws. Even guys that should be making them, like that, Eric McCollum. But in the end, they get a 4-point trip down the floor as Berkan Durmaz goes up for the throwdown. And you saw he did it in anger and gets it right back to a 12-point lead for Bonn. Now they've got to really knuckle down on defense. And they come up with a steal. It's the only way back for Pinar Karsiyaka. It has to happen on the defensive end. Kuzminskas, he likes the matchup with Herrera. Now the double team comes. He passes it, and Vito Brown denied, but he gets it back. Passes it back outside. Jaylen Brown. Oh, boy, they desperately needed that. Now quickly to the other end, Tyson Ward, and over to Morgan. Brutal. Goodness. Another three for Morgan. It's his second three of the night. Three players with multiple three-pointers in this Bonn team. There's McCollum driving in. They stay with him, and another empty trip down the floor, and now Bonn can have their biggest lead of the game if they can get a basket here. The spin, the basket is good. And this looks like a team on a mission, folks. Utterly sensational response from Bonn in hostile territory tonight. And Herrera now called for the foul out on the perimeter. That last basket, by the way, was Tyson Ward. So Herrera runs over Berkan Durmaz. And that was Durmaz going up for the dunk and getting it back to a 12-point deficit. But then Bonn had the answer at the other end with the three-pointer from Jeremy Morgan. Their biggest lead of the night, 17 points. Herrera, he has been sensational. He goes over to the bench. And again, you know, 17 points, yeah, it's a big deficit, but you've got 10 and a half minutes remaining in this game. This thing is a long way from being over. So he takes his time, gets it back to a 15-point deficit. Durmaz has done a great job at the free throw line. TJ Shorts, three-point attempt. Oh, another one. I mean, they're not missing tonight. Look at Malcolm. He's having the game of his life tonight. 18 points. Now from the corner. I mean, again, you got to put it into perspective. What kind of game has this been for Colin Malcolm? He came in averaging 3.8 points per game. His season high was 7 points. He's got 18, and Telekom Basketball lead at 69-51 over Pinar Karsiyaka. Wow, it is breathtaking stuff from Bonn. 10 of 23 from deep. 15 of 20 at the free throw line. They are dominating. Here's a look back at the third quarter action, and Bonn extending their lead. They were up by 10 at halftime, and they outscored Pinar Karsiyaka 26-18 in that third quarter. I don't know if people are surprised, probably not, that Bonn are leading, but the fact that they're leading with such a convincing display, I think probably has caught some people off guard. It certainly has caught me off guard. I would have thought that this game would be much tighter right now. But Bonn have come out here like with a real idea about how they want to attack, a real sense of purpose. And as their season goes on and they just continue to roll up the wins, their confidence just continues to grow. It's like a balloon. They just keep putting more and more air into that balloon, and you just think, wow, I mean, it's going to be a big balloon by the end of this season, the way this team is going, because they look like they are going to roll. They're going to come away with a trophy in one of their competitions It's no mistake that they are leading in Germany right now, and this display tonight, organized, the intensity, the effort, the confidence, everything has been great. But they've got 10 more minutes now to put this team, 10 more minutes to play, rather, before they can celebrate another win. Pinar Karsiyaka, what are they made of? And the foul called by on Karsten Tada. So first foul on Karsten Tada. Here's Brown. Tries to keep position. TJ Shorts guarding him from behind, knocks it out of bounds. Seven on the shot clock. Brown inbounds it. Angola drives, misses. The offensive rebound is there, and the putback from Vito Brown. Shorts gets it to Kratzer. He's got the 4 fouls. Oh, and he makes the shot and he's fouled. Are you kidding me? This is one of the most thorough, most focused performances from any team that we've seen in the Basketball Champions League this season. I mean, it has been something else, what this effort has been like tonight from Bonn on the road in Izmir. I mean, this is not an easy place to play, but they're making it look easy. And Peter Brown able to get it. Look at him palm the ball. Did you see that? Just picked it up with one hand. But the ball thrown out of bounds or thrown into the backcourt. And they're absolutely challenging everything, Bond. They're not giving up on anything. Look at this. Well, I'm going to start a fast break. They're lucky they called that an over and back. So Brown goes out. Jaylen Brown. Vito Brown stays in. And Sarija trying to implore his team to keep playing hard. It's tough when you're going up against a team like Bonn tonight. Look at this. Shorts from the stripe. Goodness me. It can't be that they are this good, but Telekom Baskets Bonn are just flying right now. Nice pass and the cut and the dunk from Berkan Durmash. He's really showed us something tonight. I know it's not been easy for Pinar Karsiyaka, but when you're looking for something to pin your hopes on, when you look at the way he has played tonight, he has played with a lot of heart. Here he comes up with the basketball, passes it over to Sapahi. I think the crowd wanted him to shoot it. Now Delgado gets bumped by Kratzer. Angola gets in the paint and almost turns it over. Brown puts it up. Look at Durmash go up. And Kratzer is just such a giant. He could barely get his hand on the basketball. Shorts into the paint. Another runner. And TJ Shorts takes it up to a 20-point lead, the biggest of the night. Well, selfishly speaking, as a fan, I wouldn't mind seeing him have a big fourth quarter. TJ Shorts, he's got 15 points. He's scored at least 25 in his first 4 games. That streak is in danger.
Follow the roller, big man. But others play zone. One time, give the direction, talk each other, give the direction. Now for the ball trap. Others, slide. Try to steal the ball. Understood.
Come on, fellas. Come on, man. 10, fellas.
You got 7 minutes, man. Come on, man.
Too much time, but
Don't give up, man. Come on.
you must play basketball, guys.
Well, there's only one thing you can say about Bonn tonight. They have put on a show. Well, no, you can say some other things. Bonn have put on a clinic. I mean, they have done everything. I mean, their coach, he must be feeling really good right now. He's going to be proud after this game, the way they have come out and taken care of business on the road, because they just look almost invincible the way they have played. It just feels like they have grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck, and they're not going to let it go. Up 20 points. It's quite an accomplishment to get this crowd quiet, and they have done just that. Shot clock down to 4. And Kane Sipahi drives, and now what's going to happen? The whistle blows, and the foul. And if it's on Kratzer, let's see. If they call the foul on Kratzer, that's it. He's gone. Sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen. He's out of here. But great effort. I mean, there hasn't been one player in that Bonn team tonight that has not played hard. They have really gotten after it. Great game for Kratzer. Big Leon. And Kane Sipahi goes to the line. 2 must-make free throws. Well, you got to have effort, and you have to have execution. And they have had it in abundance tonight. Bonn. Pinar Karsiyaka get the offensive rebound. Chance for a big trip down the floor if they can get a 3. Well, it's not going to take the 3, and he stepped out of bounds. Dermash. Yep, his left foot went out when he made his move. Well, that was a good effort on defense from Bonn. Certainly trying to get the ball, trying to trap. Malcolm. He's been the player of the game. He's got 18 points. Angola. Sipahi in and out. And Angel Delgado with the rebound. Angola bumped. So Dean Williams with the foul out on the perimeter. Almost 6 minutes remaining. It's probably one thing that could help Pinar Karsiyaka. Now 3 fouls. Bring Sipahi out. One thing that would help then Pinar Karsiyaka is if they started fouling and stopping the clock. Here's McCollum. And that's been one of the problems. I mean, you can't lay all the blame on Eric McCollum, but that's a player that you need to come out and really provide points. And Bonn have not given him really any open looks tonight. Everything has been challenged or taken under pressure. Here's TJ. Shorts. And the foul again on Williams. I think you know, if you're looking for a turning point in this game, you go back into the first half, and it was tight, and Angel Delgado got called for that foul, which, in all honesty, it was a tough call on him, and he reacted and got a technical, which meant he had 3 fouls. He had to go to the bench, and that ended up being a huge kind of like spark for this team here. Bond now 3-point play opportunity. It's not to say that Bond don't deserve where they are, but that was definitely a turning point in the game. It was kind of like it rattled Pinar Karsiyaka. It forced arguably the most important player, their big, out of the game, Delgado, with 3 fouls. And Bond went on a run. And you know what? Sometimes you are not going to get calls to go your way. You can't react. You got to make sure you just keep your emotional discipline, and they did not. So 75-59. So to Karsiyaka's credit, with just under 5.5 minutes remaining, they've been able to cut it back to a 16-point deficit. Kuzminskas comes back into the game. So again, it's got to be about defense, about trying to force turnovers. And the foul called on Kuzminskas. No, it's on, yeah. Not too much wrong by Kuzminskas, to be honest. Looked like TJ Shorts kind of slipped. Shorts has it knocked away by Angola. 3-4-on-1 break. Oh, look at the hustle. Look at the terrific hustle. Getting back on defense and forcing the turnover. Breaking up the fast break. And Angola just didn't know what to do. Was that Morgan that forced that turnover? No, it was Malcolm. Of course it was Malcolm. Well, Malcolm gets the player of the game for me.
First, we need the support against the trap. Make sure when they're like this, right here, or TJ is coming with the ball, we gotta have one guy behind the action, okay? One guy behind the action, okay? Then, next one. Colin will bring Kuzminskas into the ball screen, okay? Bring Kuzminskas, force the switch without fouling.
Five minutes remaining, 75-59. And the Pinar Karsiyaka fans trying to give their team a lift here right at the end of the game. It would be a spectacular comeback if it happened. Oh boy, not good from Bond, turning it over on the inbounds pass. Peter Brown, tough, and they get it side, and there's the follow from Kuzminskas, and he is fouled by Kessens. You may as well, you could tell that with Pinar Karsiyaka, everything they take is contested. Every single sequence in that very play right there is contested. And that's why Bond have been a nightmare to play against. But you just have to play through the contact and try to make the play. They do. They get rewarded. Kuzminskas goes to the line for the second time with a chance to get a three-point play. And this time he converts it. And just like that, in this 11-point game with 4:45 remaining, and suddenly, there's an opportunity for Pinar Karsiyaka. Finn Delaney back in the game with his 4 fouls. Morgan back in. TJ Shorts. Malcolm's in, and Herrera in the left corner. Here's Shorts. Steps back for 3 or for 2. Oh boy. What can you do? I mean, their best player makes a big play. Angola. That was the right play, just didn't finish. TJ Shorts again, explodes. And draws the foul, Berkan Dermash. Yeah, Dermash just could not allow Shorts to make that shot. He had to put him on the line. And he went to check on him just to make sure he was okay. So Angola goes out. Shorts, who just made that huge shot after the lead had been cut to 11, now takes it up to 14 points. Now 15. And don't look now, but TJ Shorts has 16 points or 17. 77-62. Anyway, here's Kuzminskis on the baseline. Decides to pass it back to McCollum, and he puts it up and makes a rare shot tonight. Gets it back to a 13-point deficit, coming up on the 3.5-minute mark. Yeah, TJ Shorts has 18 points now. The points were slow to register. Oh, what a pass. Look at him pass it around. Finn Delaney, Herrera for three. Not this time. And then the basketball not corralled by Malcolm. It goes back over to Pinar Karsiyaka. What do? Go down low, try to get some penetration. Brown decides to put it up. Are they going to count it? He heard the whistle, so he decided to shoot it. And no, they're not going to count it. But that was the great move by Brown. Well, no continuation whatsoever awarded there, as Brown has to settle for a couple of free throws. Haven't shot it great tonight. 16 of 24 at the free throw line. Pinar Karsiyaka. Shot clock about to expire. Morgan steps up. And Dermash pushed from behind by Malcolm. Yeah, he pushed him. You pushed him, Malcolm. So that stops the clock. And Dermash, a good free throw shooter, goes to the line, makes the first. And gets both of them to go. Full court pressure. Malcolm able to get it up to Morgan. Herrera, he's such a good shooter. He doesn't mess around, but maybe he should have, because he's giving it right back to Bond. Or right back to Karsiyaka. Oh, nice handoff. And Delgado gets it back to a 10-point deficit. And now, again, for the second time, it feels possible. What a great play by McCollum. Look at this. He runs the baseline. Instead of forcing it up, he says, it's much better if I get it to the big fella.
seconds by your foul, and then this shot. Time is on our side. Let's go. Come on. Hey, let's go. Come on. Listen up. Press break right here. Press break right here. Semi-inbounds right here. Okay. We have Finn and PJ right here. Okay. You can move on the baseline. Okay. Who's with me? Finn, Pauline and Jerry are here. Okay. Bring it up. Then let's go to one fist late clock. Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, you heard the coach. It's like we put up that shot too early. Time is on our side. Time is the enemy of Pinar Karsiyaka. And when you give him the basketball right back, this is what can happen. You take the quick shot, you miss it, you don't get the rebound, and then you foul, and you got problems. It's a 10-point deficit. Still some work to do here for Bonn, leading by 10 points. Shorts wants the ball in his hands. Valuable seconds ticking off the clock. Here he is looking for space, gets it up. Oh boy. Are you looking at the MVP this season so far? I think you are. He has been terrific. Unbelievable. Second time he has hit a major league shot at an important time. Because Minskas gets the three right back. Here he goes again. Shorts open for three. Are you kidding me? You're not going to believe it. Once again, Pinar Karsiyaka drive in. TJ Shorts says he got 24 points. I think he does. Unbelievable. He might, in fact, get his 25 points tonight, and that did not seem possible. I know that's not the most important thing, but wow. So the foul called. Jaylen Brown fouls TJ Shorts. Going for the basketball. It wasn't, obviously, he was going for the steal more than the foul. And Shorts has 25 points. Can you believe it? 5 consecutive games of 25 points or more for this guy right here. I'm sorry, but you need to put 3 initials. It's not T, and it's not a T and a J. It's M and a V, and you can add a P on there as well because he is utterly sensational stuff. Look at this. Guarding McCollum rather, who goes in, and once again back to an 11-point game, but they can't stop him. They can't stop this man with the basketball. 26 points for TJ Shorts. Ball knocked away. Brown. Oh. Telegraph pass, Herrera reaches in, and once again, Bonn doing Karsiyaka a favor, stopping the clock. In fairness to Herrera, he's going for the steal there, and he's certainly not trying to commit a foul, but it does give another opportunity for Karsiyaka to cut into the deficit at the free throw line. And McCullough makes the first. And if he makes this, it's back to a 9-point game. And that man right there knows this thing is not over. And once again, a 9-point lead. Now for Bonn. TJ Shorts crosses midcourt. And a backcourt violation. And for the first time, TJ Shorts not able to cope with the pressure. And that's a good call by the referee. Now McCollum puts it up, and just not his night. Shorts gets it across midcourt. Look at that pass to Morgan. Well, folks, stand up and applaud this Bonn team because they deserve it. They have been fantastic. Malcolm, take your pick, Malcolm or TJ Shorts. Just remarkable performances tonight. And Pinar Karsiyaka, they have battled here at the end. You give them credit. They haven't given up. Kuzminskas goes over. Helps up both players. Brown making the tough shot. But this has got to be the toughest, most focused, most concentrated performance that we've seen this year in the Basketball Champions League. We saw an amazing upset last night by Ostend, but this is different. This is a team coming in knowing what was at stake, knowing they were playing in Izmir, one of the hardest places to get a win, and Pinar Karsiyaka have not been able to deny them. It has been thoroughly professional stuff from Telekom Basketball, and they might just be in the round of 16 by the end of the night with 4 wins and 1 defeat. Telekom Basketball win it 89-80 at Pinar Karsiyaka. Well, as you look at the numbers, 8 more three-pointers for Bonn tonight. They shot it better at the line. Karsiyaka ended up with a much higher percentage than they had been, but they left it too late, and they really needed McCollum to get it going, and it really felt like the loss of Delgado in the first half really knocked them out of their stride. But Delgado 15 points, Shorts 26, 20 for Malcolm, and Sadija just has to go back to the locker room. You know what? Adversity, that's what it's all about. How are you going to respond to the adversity if you're Pinar Karsiyaka? That's the big question right now. How are you going to respond? You're going to drop to 2-3 with this game, and for TJ Shorts, I think he has more and more admirers because this guy is just lighting up the Basketball Champions League. And again, it's not about how big you are. I mean, it's basketball. Yes, you have a lot of big guys that play, but he is 1.75 meters in height, 5 feet 9 inches, and showing you that it's not how big you are in terms of height, it's how big your heart is, and his heart is as big as anybody's. He is unreal. So here's a look back at the second half highlights, and it has been a display that I don't think anybody's going to forget. Certainly not the fans here tonight that were watching, and I'm sure that the fans back in Bonn must be absolutely bouncing out of their seats with this performance. Telekom Basketball, I mean, right now they are potentially on for the double. I mean, I know there's a long way to go in this season, both in Germany and the Basketball Champions League, but I'm not sure there's been anybody better in either competition. And the big question is, can they maintain this for the rest of the season? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, and they're going to face some adversity themselves at one point. But right now, they are flying high. And if you look back at the stats tonight, this was a team that, again, they didn't rely on the scoring of Shorts to establish their lead. I mean, the guy that really, one of the guys that gets a lot of the credit there is Malcolm, who had 20 points, 3 of 6 from three-point range. Colin Malcolm also had 8 rebounds. I mean, he was, when you talk about an X factor, you might as well just put that all in capitals, because he was capital X hyphen capital F factor. And for Pinar Karsiyaka, they never got Eric McCollum going to the level that he's used to going. He did end up finishing with 14 points. Sebastian Herrera, a constant menace from three-point range tonight. 13 points, 3 of 5 from deep. In fact, one of his shots inside the arc, his foot was just on the stripe. So really, it was almost 4 of 6 from three-point range. And Kessens with his blocks, he had 2 blocks, brought a lot of energy. Karsten Tata helped set the tone early on. Dean Williams with that sensational fast break bucket ended up fouling out. But if you're looking for some good in the Pinar Karsiyaka performance, I mean, you have to talk about Berkan Durmaz. He gave everything tonight, and it's evident by his efficiency, plus 23. I mean, that is a very good performance. 14 points, 3 of 5 from the floor. He was 8 of 8 at the free throw line, Berkan Durmaz, and he had 8 rebounds and 3 steals. So I'm fairly certain that Ufuk Sarıca is going to have some good words for Durmaz after this game, because Minskas, I thought, really came to play late. And Angola had some good moments, and also Delgado. So these are the standings. Telekom Basketball at 4-1, Pinar Karsiyaka at 2-3. Reggio Emilia, if they win tonight at Ike, they will leapfrog Pinar Karsiyaka into second place. If Ike win against Reggio Emilia, well, Telekom Basketball win the group and advance to the round of 16. Well, you keep wondering, is Telekom Basketball really as good as we've seen in terms of their results, winning in Germany, winning in the Basketball Champions League? Why don't we put them into the cauldron in Izmir and see how they fare against Pinar Karsiyaka? Well, guess what, folks? They gave their answer. They win it 89-80. They led by as many as 20 points. Telekom Basketball with TJ Schwartz, they are for real.
Perfect. Jeff, can you hear us on this now?
Yes.